Hello, Patricia with you again, doing a tarot card reading for the week beginning June 27th. And we have a new moon on Wednesday the 29th. So I'm just going to pull 3 cards and then we'll have a look at the shadow card as well. So just the energy for the week beginning June 27th. Okay, now this is really interesting. We've all major arcana cards here for this week. So there's a very important messages that will be coming through for the week beginning June 27th. For the shadow card, we have the Fool, and this represents a new beginning, a new start, a fresh new phase in your life, or a fresh new chapter, which is really exciting. But you've got to be careful not to push yourself too far, or not to go over the edge, or just watch where you're going. As you can see, this little dog here represents the Fool's Guide, and the Fool's Guide is nipping at his heels, telling him to watch out for the cliff. So don't have your head in the clouds. We'll look at that card in a bit more detail in a few minutes. For the beginning of the week, we have the Sun. Middle of the week, the Hanged Man, and then the end of the week, the Moon. I think that's great synchronicity when we have a new moon. New moons are about new beginnings. So as you can see, the Fool is significant. It's about a new, fresh start. I feel this card is so important. You're in a new phase of your life. Watch out for butterflies. Watch out for those signs and synchronicities from Spirit that you're pushing yourself to a new phase, or into a new energy, a new phase of enlightenment, a new journey, which is really interesting and exciting. But don't lose your head. Don't, get caught up in your ego. Don't be foolish. Don't make stupid mistakes. Trust your guides, trust your intuition at all times. So this card, I feel, is urging you to stop and check in with yourself, check in with your energy, and know what feels right. So don't rush headlong into anything. So this is the energy for the whole week with the shadow card. With the beginning of the week with the Sun, this is a wonderful blast of healing energy from the sun's light. And it's also, I feel, again, about new beginnings, fresh energy coming through, and truths. Okay, truths being revealed from the shadows. So expect to see the light in some situations around people and situations. Expect to see the truth, and if they are behaving in a certain way, they're telling you who they are. Okay, so don't try and hide from it. Just accept it if you can, and do your best to accept it, rather than try and sort of, put on the rose-tinted glasses and glaze over it and pretend it's not happening. The Sun is about the truth. It's about reality. It's about light. It's about healing. It's about birth. Again, it's about new beginnings. It's about exposure. It's also, I feel, with this wall here, it's about protecting your boundaries. Okay, keeping yourself safe from people who you can see with the Sun may not be in your best interest. With the sunflowers here, this is also about reaching for the sun, aiming high. So it is also about ambition and creating that better life for yourself, reaching higher and higher and higher. So it's about success, and it's about striving, and it's about rising above the lower vibration energies and really pushing yourself up there. And as we talk about the sun is blasting in here in Scaries, which is great. So it is about that progressive energy and growth of your soul, and growth in terms of career as well, from a very practical perspective. The middle of the week is the Hanged Man, and Hanged Man is always a sort of an odd card. It's about feeling stuck. So we have all this ambition and this drive and this energy, and then in the middle of the week, boom, it's like things come to a bit of a sort of a standstill. It's like he's rocking back and forth and you're not really getting anywhere. But this card is urging you to stop and check in with yourself and see things from a different angle, different perspective, upside down. So maybe you'll always look at them one way, maybe look at them from a different way. Bright side it, maybe look at it from a positive way. But it's also in this respect as well, as somebody is holding you back. So there is a tie. So it could be something or someone from a past, experience, who sort of told you couldn't do that, you couldn't make it that way. Who do you think you are? Sort of sabotagey vibe energy. Because with the rope here, that's about a tie that you need to cut. So in the middle of the week, you'll be prompted to cut a tie from the past that's leaving you hanging, or leaving you feeling persecuted, or leaving you feeling stuck, or in a state of sort of, stasis, you know, there's sort of a full stop sort of vibe or a hanging vibe. So tap into that energy and really trust your intuition. You'll feel it in your gut, or else what you could do is you could write down anything that you were told when you were younger by a teacher, by a parent, by an authority figure, you know, somebody that told you you couldn't do it, or you couldn't make it go of yourself, or you know, anything that they said. Write it down, the complete sentence, and then put 3 X's across the sentence and burn it up. Okay, so it's about releasing those limiting beliefs, or releasing that tie that's holding you back. And then we go into the moon for the end of the week. The moon is interesting. It's about tapping into your hidden unconscious energies. So it's about paying attention to your dreams. It's about paying attention to those synchronicities and signs that you can't see with the physical eyes. It's also about pushing yourself out there and really going through this energy here where you have to push through a lot of fears. Okay, so you may have to see the things that are hidden in order to push through the fears. I also feel with this card is about you emerging from an energy of deep inner work that you may have done. With the moon, you've got to observe what is not being spoken about, or is not being hidden, and that includes, or is not being seen. Do you know what I mean? What's hidden, because you may get a good blast at the beginning of the week, and maybe the truthfulness or the reality was possibly too much to take, and maybe you had to sort of step back for a while. But the moon is telling you that you have a very strong sense of intuition, and what is not there is important. Reading between the lines, or what's hidden, or what is sort of lies beneath, that's important. Those energies are important. So it is about these energies coming up for this week, especially with the new moon, which is really significant with the moon card. So the moon is about, it's also about deception as well, and people who may try to deceive you. Okay, they might tell you something that you want to hear, but your intuition is telling you that doesn't resonate, that just feels off. I don't trust that. Go with the intuition. Don't question it. Don't second guess it. Don't try and apply logic to it. Just trust it, trust it, trust it. Okay? So, really strong cards. The Fool ushers in a new beginning. It's great. It's an egg. It's a new start, a new birth. It's a new growth process. But just watch where you're going. Okay? Don't rush headlong. Trust your intuition. Trust your guides. Okay? The Sun reveals the truthful energies, a new blast of healing energy coming from the sun and the light. Again, growth, opportunities, career, wonderful blast of positive energy with the sun. This brings you to the point of, okay, what's holding me back? What do I need to address? What am I tied to? What do I need to cut in order to free myself and loosen myself up? What new perspective do I have to look at? And that's what the Hangman is about. And then the moon again is what's hidden. What do I need to see? What or who is deceiving me? And how can I push through all these fears in fullness and strength? Because you will do it. With the Fool card, there's that positive message of your guides, very, very loyal and faithful, and with you all the way and bringing you through. So it's a great, interesting week ahead. I wish you a magical new moon, and I will talk to you hopefully in a couple of weeks. Don't forget, you can find me on Instagram at Patricia Weston Witch, and I'm also on Facebook as well, Patricia Weston. Have a fabulous week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.